want to talk to you guys that are out there thinking that this is not something that you can do. And, if I can do it, anybody can do it. I'm voted most likely to fail by the time I was 17 years old. 23 years in prison. I was not supposed to have any of this kind of stuff. And, but I did it. Hey, this your boy Elder Keith Humes from Miami, Florida. I'm in recovery. Been in recovery now since 1999. Whoa. No. 96. I don't even count no more. Trust me, it's been good. But I started out in a very early age, born and raised in Liberty City in Miami, and got exposed to drugs at a very early age. I think I was in like the 7th grade, started smoking weed. So I went to boys' school at 12, went again at 16, escaped from boys' school, Okeechobee, ended up getting 80 years in prison at 17.
Oh, wow.
And my family didn't know. My family, I would not tell them. I just told them I had 20 years. But I went to prison at a very early age, 17 years old. Ended up being very blessed because I was sentenced under the Youthful Offender Act. So I ended up getting my sentence commuted from 80 to 20 by going to the law library. And I found that there was a Youthful Offender Act that my judge didn't sentence me under, but I fell under. So I ended up doing 4 years and being put back on the street at 21, right? Didn't last. Because again, I was an addict. I had addict behavior. I came home, started going to college, because I was going to school in prison, and went right back out there. But I was on drugs bad, man. I mean, I was, my thing was heroin and cocaine. I'd speedball. So every morning I would always have my wake up.
Right.
I had to have 3 or 4 bags of dope. I shot $200-300 every day, minimum. But I remember my oldest daughter was coming into town, and I think she might have been about maybe 12, 13 years old. And I remember her cousin was bringing her down to see me. It was around the holidays, and around the summer, I'm sorry. And she was coming down, and I talked to her and everything, and I'm like, you know what, I got some school clothes for you. I didn't have anything. And where I was staying, at that particular moment, I didn't know she was supposed to come that weekend, but she came a couple of days earlier. And her cousin brought her to the house. And I'm in there with a needle in my arm. And when she saw me, she said, "No, Daddy, not again." Right? I mean, earth swallowed me up. Like I could have just died. But that moment, I was hopeless, I was helpless, and I done let her down again. And that broke me. Like that was my breaking moment. But I was too far gone. The next day I got up, went to get my little shot, went to the little store to boost, I was boosting Pampers. Serious, I was boosting Pampers, right? And I had been doing it so much and I was getting away, but I would go in very early. As soon as it opens, before they get everything set up, I would go in, steal, and come right back out. Well, they had me on camera. And this last time, the police was waiting on me. As soon as I got to the door, shoot, come out, boom, it was a wrap. But let me tell you this story, true story. I'm sick. Because I didn't have my wake up. I'm sick. I know when I get to court, I'm done. Because at that point, I knew I was facing 12 years mandatory because of the habitual, being a habitual offender. I knew that. So as I'm sitting in the police car, I'm in the back seat crying. You know, I was broken. And the police officer that was taking me to jail said to me, she said, do you believe in God? And quick retort, God can't help me now. You know? And she was like, I beg to differ. Said, God hears a broken and contrite spirit. Got my attention because I had read that in the Bible. So it kind of quickened my spirit, right? Because in prison, I get religious, very religious. I'm a model student in prison. Model. But it quickened my spirit. And she began to give her testimony that she had stage 4 cancer and she got healed. She didn't lose her breast. They said she was going to lose her breast. Listen, her story was so powerful. The woman built my faith. Like, she got my attention. And she said to me, she said, because I said, listen, I'm done. I'm never going to hit the street again. She said, well, you know, if that's your faith, then that's what's going to happen. But try something different. Just believe. She got my attention, you know. I need to hear this. So when we get to jail, wait a minute, listen to this. When we get to jail, I didn't want her to go, but I know she had to go. I needed more of this. So they put me in Dade County Jail, they had 2 holding cells. So when you come into one side, that's where everybody's at before you get processed. When you get processed, they take you to the other side. So this little bullpen is crowded. There was only one little seat, and this guy sitting there, and he looked like some insurance man. He does not look like he fit. So I sat next to him, and this guy picked up where she left off. Wow. Yes. Building my faith. So now they called me for fingerprinting. So there was only one way in, one way out. I went, I got fingerprinted, and then of course when I'm steady watching to wait till he come out. Because I asked him, did he get fingerprinted? He said no. So I know I'm seeing everybody else being fingerprinted, and I'm like, where's this guy? This guy didn't come out. So when I came back, I had to pass the cell to go into the cell to go upstairs with everybody's process. It was only about 5 people left, but the guy wasn't there. So I asked one of the guys, I said, hey man, I said, you saw that guy that I was sitting next to, that I was talking to? Now mind you, I'm 40 years old now. I've been on this journey since the teens. So I'm they calling me Unc now, uncle, you know, like Unc.
Yeah.
I'm an old man now. I got gray in my beard, everything. I dyed my hair, by the way. So
Looks good.
I went and I said, well, you seen this guy? Let me tell you what the guy said to me. He said, you was talking to yourself. True story.
Wow.
It's an angel.
Yeah. Sounds
True
like
story.
it.
Listen, the next day when I got up, I knew I was going to be dope. Ooh. Excuse me, man. I kind of knew I'd be sick, right? I knew I'd be sick. I was more afraid of that than anything. Do you know that next morning, I just woke up with sniffles. And I've never touched a drug since.
Wow.
That was in August of '96.
Wow.
Never touched a drug. Never. Desire was gone. But I made a declaration that I was not going back to Miami. Because I looked at my patterns, you know. I didn't come home thinking that I was going to get high. You know, I didn't want to, but I was addicted to the lifestyle.
Right.
And if I encountered stress, I would always go back to relieve my stress.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But I said, well, let me get out of here and go into a new arena. You know how they say change people, places, and things, playmates, playgrounds, and play things. I went to Broward. I didn't know anybody, and that's where I reinvented myself. Ended up getting married to a wonderful woman who had a ready-made family. So we got this blended family thing going.
Oh, wow.
I started a halfway house business, and I went from one house, and in 2.5 years I had 16 properties.
Wow.
Yeah, just giving back.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is a crazy story, and also, like, trying 7 times, not getting it, and then that happening.
Yeah.
That's a miracle. That's a
I
beautiful
found my why.
miracle, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I love that story. So, after, I guess, what is it? That would have been 25 years.
Yeah. I don't even count no more.
25 years.
I don't even
ago.
count.
So what do you do today to maintain your sobriety?
I still do meetings, not as much, but I coach. So I have a YouTube channel, www.openupahalfwayhouse.com. Got to promote it. I have a YouTube channel.
I will subscribe for sure.
And I've gotten like so much results. So I train people on how to do what I did, and I developed the system. And we do the nonprofit, the for-profit, and the same thing that I did. I just I gave people the tools, the social interaction, and all of that. And I'm listening in the convention. I'm listening at all these stats that prove that recovery homes work. Like, we're the glue. We're the bomb.
Right.
Yeah, we make it happen.
Right.
People stay clean longer with us.
I believe it. I
You
believe
know?
that was the only way that I was going to make it.
Yeah, yeah. And I had over 2,500 people come to my program. Yeah.
Wow.
And got clean and they're still clean today.
So let's talk a little bit more about your life now. How are your relationships today? You have a loving
perfect,
wife.
man. I got 18 grandkids.
Wow.
7 kids. 5 for my wife, 2 of mine. But a blended family. But yeah, and actually, I'm up here in Richmond now, staying with one of my students, who's about to open up his halfway house.
Oh, that's
Sober living home.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's it's a great cycle.
Right?
That's so cool. So, you talked a little bit about it, but what dreams have come true for you? What hopes do you have for the future?
I hope to impact more people like me, people that are, that have a passion for this industry, and to see it. My part is to just get it unified. Like, we get on this unified front instead of being competitive. Get rid of the riffraffs that are bringing a black eye to the game, and just kind of bring more synergy and more comprehensive approaches to this business.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
my vision.
Absolutely. So, can you describe a certain feeling that's like your favorite that you've gotten in sobriety that was not there when you were in active addiction?
Oh, wow. I tell you, one day, I got up one morning. By the way, I built a house from the ground, my dream home.
Your house.
Yeah.
You did.
I got up one morning, and I remember I looked in my closet, and I walk in closet, and I'm a shoe freak, right? I got all these shoes in there, and I really got humbled because I remember when I walked out of jail, I was walking on the back of my heels of my shoes. I didn't have no shoes. I have nothing. I had nothing. I had gained weight while I was there, by the way. so the clothes didn't fit. And my shoe, I kind of gained a little weight, so my shoes what didn't fit.
Right. Right.
And didn't know. I couldn't tell you what I was going to do, but I could tell you what I wasn't going to do. I wasn't going back, definitely. And then I look at where I'm at now. You know, I got brand new cars in the driveway. All of my kids respect me. You know, I gained the respect of my community, and everything came flooding in, man. I just cried. Tears just rolled down my face. I still remember that.
That's beautiful.
And I have those moments from time to time.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure. Like, I mean, your life is 100% the opposite.
Yeah.
So.
And I never want to forget that.
Right.
I really don't. Even when I see people in active addiction, I don't judge that.
Right.
That was me.
Exactly.
But for the grace of God, there go I. That was me.
Amen. So, what have you learned from your addiction?
That it's a killer.
Sure is.
That it is a destroyer of families. That it wants you dead, but it will settle for you being miserable. That it is worse than COVID. And that it's beatable.
Yes. I like that. And for somebody who's trying to get sober, do you have any words of hope for somebody?
Yeah. Something that my one of the behavior techs told me. I was just finding some excuse to leave. Right. I'm like, I don't like the room they gave me.
Right.
And I packed up my stuff, and she came out to talk to me, and she said, "Okay, Keith, let's play this tape out. You're gonna leave. Okay, fine. I'll take you wherever you want to go. All right. But what's next? Gonna go get high. Those crazy feelings gonna run through your head again, like, damn, why I messed up again. Let's play it all the way out." Like, I hadn't thought about all that, right? So I'm like, so what you trying to say? She said, don't leave till the miracle happens. And she gave me her testimony that she was sitting in the same seat I was sitting in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. So my words to any newcomer, don't leave till the miracle happens.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, Keith, I appreciate you coming out, sharing your story, taking the time out today. Is there anything else that you wanted to share, something I didn't ask?
No, I think we covered a lot.
Yeah, we definitely did. Your story is crazy beautiful. It's just, it's awesome. And congratulations on, I know you don't count, but like 25 years, that is, you know, something to be so proud of.
Yeah.
And to turn your life around the way you have is amazing. Thank you so much for supporting On the Road to Recovery. We really, really appreciate it.
Thank you. I love you guys and thank God that you're here, and I'll see you on the other side, okay? God bless you. Bye-bye.